Since putting my name forward to be BASI chairman, my candidacy, I have been asked several questions, and I would just like to take this opportunity here to answer those questions. Yes, well, firstly, I didn't want this situation. I haven't asked for this legal dispute. I was actually given no choice other than to fight my legal case. I did give it an awful lot of thought before I went forward with this, but as I've said, I really had no choice in the matter, which is a great shame. And I don't want any of us, any member, to have to go through this ever again. These disputes should never happen, and certainly never to this extent. And if I'm elected chairman, this sort of thing would never happen again. It's bound to be, you're bound to have members who are disgruntled at times about certain aspects, but I believe these things can be sorted out and resolved amicably way before these sorts of things ever transpire. I actually have no objection to the Euro test, as much as many people think I have. I actually don't, and I think it can remain as part of our ISTD qualification at the highest level. No objection to it whatsoever. Where the problem lies, it is now being used as a barrier. It's an entry level to be able to come into work in France and other places in Europe. That's the problem, and that's where I object. And we must, as our association, stop this from happening. Our level 2s and our level 3s must be able to work as they progress through the levels. That's the objection, but certainly no objection to the Euro test as remaining as part of our highest level. I don't believe that will happen at all, and certainly in my position, if I were to be elected BASI chairman, I would be able to have meetings with these directors of the tour operators and influence them. I really do believe that we can work together with these tour operators so that we can have all of our members engaged with these operators. We can have our level 2s and our level 3s and our ISTDs employed by these tour operators, and we can work together with them. I certainly don't think that they all take advantage and just try and employ the lowest levels they possibly can, because we were there before, and I think all these tour operators have had problems. We've all had these problems working in France especially. A lot of tour operators have pulled out altogether, so they're very, very aware, and I think if I was chairman and could represent our members when at meetings with these tour operators, I'm very confident that I'd be able to influence them, and we would be able to have a very good working relationship with them. I do understand from the ISTD's perspective that this is a concern. I am an ISTD myself. And I'm fully aware that ISTDs are able to make a living wage. I think that can be better. I think we can do better than a living wage. I don't think that's enough. I want the British public to know what it takes to become an ISTD instructor. I think that's the way forward, so that we want these thousands of clients that are coming out to us, these potential clients through tour operators that are coming out, hundreds of thousands of these people coming out on their holidays. I want them to know what it takes and to be looking for these ISTD instructors, to be actively engaged in trying to find them, and prepared to pay for them. What I'd like to see us doing is, as I've said, to educate the British public, to be at ski shows, for example, stating where these ISTDs are, where they can be found, what it takes to make an ISTD. Let's get people knowing what it takes and what these different qualifications are, because I feel at the moment most of the British public that are taking their holidays, they don't really know what one qualification is or one instructor is from another. That's where we can make a huge difference. That's where we've got to go. Well, I do understand that the concern for the local communities. I do understand this. It could be a problem, but I don't see it like that. I actually think the competition is going to be healthy and ultimately, in the long term, be a good thing for the mountain communities. Look at, for example, the airlines that have now become sort of far more wide-ranging. That didn't happen a few years ago. There were only the national airlines. Now we've got all sorts of airlines who are actually working and bringing far more clients to us. The same thing's happened with the transportation, let's say from an airport to the resort. Unless you were booking with a tour company, your only method really was self-drive or booking a taxi at great expense. Now we've got dozens of different transfer companies offering very competitive rates. Certainly within my organisation we use those companies quite a lot, as well as taxis, because we have clients that want to pay more and have that service. And this is the same thing that's going to happen within our ski instruction industry here. Competition ultimately is going to come in, and although may be resisted, will be good in the long term and be an excellent thing for the mountain communities. I hear quite a lot on media posts about our members at levels 2 and 3 specifically not being fully qualified. I take great objection to this. They are fully qualified. They're fully qualified to the level they're qualified at. A level 2 instructor is an alpine qualification. It's fully qualified to teach in an alpine environment. A level 3, fully qualified, internationally recognised ski instructor. Member of the ISIA, and with an off-piste qualification as well, qualified fully to take people off-piste skiing. An ISTD, that's the highest qualification, fully qualified, that we have. And the other levels, the levels 2 and 3, are fully qualified prior to that level. So this is a major decision and a turning point potentially in the future of BASI. Your vote is extremely important, and I think a really important decision needs to be made here. Are you happy with the direction BASI are taking? Because if you are, if you're happy with that race training route and the race entry level to be able to work freely in Europe, then I'm not your man. You will just want to vote for one of the other candidates. However, if you share the same vision as me, where we want to get as many of our members working as possible, our level 2s and our level 3s, then vote for me, because I will do everything I can to make sure that you're up on those slopes working freely in Europe.